Nothing stings more than giving someone your respect and getting treated like trash in return. Maybe it's a family member who talks down to you, a coworker who ignores your ideas, or even a stranger who thinks they can walk all over you. Disrespect cuts deep, but here's the slap of truth. Disrespect itself doesn't destroy you. Your reaction does. The moment you explode, beg, or keep explaining yourself, you're training them to disrespect you again and again. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can stop the cycle. You can flip the power back in your favor. In this video, I'll give you 15 ways to handle people who don't respect you, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, or strangers. And number 15, that one is the game changer. If you master it, people will think twice before ever trying you again. Don't overreact. Your silence hurts louder. Disrespectful people thrive on reaction. That's their fuel. They push buttons to see you explode because when you lose control, you lose respect. You look weak, emotional, and powerless. But here's the truth. Nothing crushes a disrespectful person's ego like your calm silence. Imagine this. Someone insults you in front of others, expecting you to snap back. Instead, you pause. You don't flinch. You look at them calmly, maybe with a small smile, and then move on. That silence? It screams louder than any insult. It says, "Your words are too small to touch me." That's how you take power back, not by shouting, not by matching disrespect with disrespect, but by showing their attack didn't even dent your peace. Silence is not weakness. It's controlled strength. Set clear boundaries. Teach people how to treat you. Here's a slap of truth. People will only treat you as badly as you allow. If you never draw the line, they'll keep crossing it. Boundaries are not rude. Boundaries are self-respect. If someone talks down to you, interrupts you constantly, or disrespects your time, you have two choices. Stay silent and accept it, or speak up and stop it. Example. Instead of letting someone cut you off, say calmly, "Hold on, I wasn't finished." Instead of letting someone dump on your time, say, "I can't do that right now." Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They're about protecting your respect. Every time you stand firm, you're teaching people, "This is the standard. Cross it and you lose access to me." People might not like your boundaries, but they'll respect you for having them. Don't chase their approval. Stop handing them power. Nothing kills respect faster than begging for validation. Every time you say, "Is this okay? Do you like me? Do you agree?" You're handing your power to them. You're basically saying, "My worth depends on your stamp of approval." Let me be real. You don't need their stamp. The minute you stop chasing approval, you take the power back. Think about it. The people we respect most don't beg for attention. They respect themselves first, and approval naturally follows. So instead of asking, "Do you think this is okay?" you'd say it as a statement, "This is what I think. This is what I choose." No begging, no chasing, just standing tall in your decision. Respect doesn't come when you beg for it. Respect comes when you show you don't need it. Stay calm in conflict. Anger hands them the win. Here's the harsh truth. When you shout, curse, or panic, you've already lost. The disrespectful person has succeeded. They dragged you down to their level. Calmness, on the other hand, is lethal. When someone disrespects you and expects fireworks but instead gets calm, steady replies, you flip the power dynamic instantly. Say someone yells at you in a meeting, you could shout back and make a scene, or you could pause, breathe, and say in a low, steady tone, "I'll continue when you're ready to speak respectfully." That calmness doesn't just protect your dignity. It makes everyone watching think that's real strength, because here's the truth. Anyone can yell, anyone can panic, but very few can stay calm under fire. And calm is what commands respect. Walk away when needed. Silence speaks louder than any argument. Not every fight deserves your energy. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do when someone disrespects you is walk away. Why? Because disrespectful people often want you to argue. They want drama. They want to drain your energy. The moment you take the bait, they've already won. But when you calmly stand up, turn your back, and walk away, you're sending a message without saying a single word. You're not worth my energy. My peace is more valuable than your noise. And here's the kicker. Walking away doesn't make you weak. It makes you untouchable. Weak people fight every battle. Strong people know which battles don't even deserve their presence. Stop over-apologizing. Sorry is not a survival tool. A lot of people, maybe even you, use sorry like a survival tool. Sorry for being late. Sorry for asking a question. Sorry for existing. Here's the reality. Every unnecessary sorry chips away at your confidence. People stop respecting you because you look like you're begging for permission to take up space. Respect doesn't come from constant apology. It comes from balance. Say sorry once when you're truly wrong, but stop apologizing for breathing, for speaking, for asking, for existing. Every extra sorry is like handing away another piece of your dignity. Try this. Instead of, "Sorry I'm late," say, "Thanks for waiting." Instead of, "Sorry for bothering you," say, "Do you have a minute?" Small shifts in language show confidence, and confidence commands respect. Remember, sorry isn't a survival tool. It's a word of accountability. Use it only when it matters. Don't over-explain yourself. Explanations are for teachers, not beggars. One of the sneakiest traps of disrespect is when people push you into over-explaining. They question your decisions not because they care, but because they want to see if you'll crumble. And here's the harsh truth. The more you explain, the smaller you look. The less you explain, the more solid you appear. Think about it. When a leader makes a decision, do they give a 20-minute TED Talk justifying it? No. They say what needs to be said and move on. Short, clear replies signal strength. Long, nervous explanations scream insecurity. Instead of over-explaining, try this. When someone challenges you, answer calmly, "That's my decision," or "That's how I see it," and then stop. That pause, that refusal to keep proving yourself, that's what makes people think, wow, they know their worth. Explanations are for teachers. Begging explanations are for people trying to earn respect. If someone already disrespects you, don't try to sell yourself to them. Protect your dignity with clarity, not over-explaining. Stand by your words. Respect comes from consistency. People lose respect for you the moment they realize your words mean nothing. If you say one thing today and then backpedal tomorrow just to please others, you look shaky. Respect comes from firmness. Even if people disagree with you, they'll respect you more for standing your ground than for constantly bending. Think about it. Leaders don't flip-flop every time someone frowns. They say what they believe, they mean what they say, and they stand on it. That's what earns respect. So if you give your word, stick to it. If you share an opinion, don't water it down just because someone pushes back. Remember, it's better to be respected for being firm than to be ignored for being fake. Protect your time. Your schedule shows your self-worth. Here's a hard pill to swallow. People who disrespect you will also waste your time, if you let them. The friend who only calls when they need something. The coworker who keeps dumping tasks on you. The relative who expects you to drop everything for them. If you keep giving unlimited access, they'll keep draining you. But the moment you protect your time, by saying, "I can't do that right now," or limiting how much of yourself you give, you send a clear signal. My time matters. And if you can't respect that, you don't get it. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Protect it fiercely, and people will quickly learn they can't just walk all over you. Respect yourself first. Here's the truth. People mirror the way you treat yourself. If you don't take yourself seriously, no one else will. That means more than just thinking positive. It's in how you carry yourself every single day. Your grooming, your body language, the way you walk into a room, all of it silently tells people what you expect from them. If you look like you don't care about yourself, don't be shocked when others don't care either. Self-respect is not optional. It's the standard that trains people how to deal with you. Don't gossip back. When someone disrespects you, the easiest reaction is to run to others and tear them down behind their back. But here's the catch. The more you gossip, the more you shrink your power. Disrespect already tries to put you beneath them. If you stoop low to gossip, you're basically proving their point. Real power is when you know the truth, but you don't dirty your tongue to prove it. Staying quiet and composed makes people notice your class, while the one disrespecting you exposes themselves as cheap. Use silence as power. Not every insult deserves a reply. Not every shot fired needs you to shoot back. Silence is uncomfortable for disrespectful people. They crave reaction. They want you to explain, argue, or lose control. When you respond with silence, you flip the game. Suddenly, they're left battling their own ego, wondering why they can't get under your skin. That's when they realize you can't be controlled. Cut them off if needed. Here's a reality check. Some people will never respect you, no matter how calm, kind, or patient you are. And the harsh truth? Trying to fix them is just wasting your time, your peace, and your energy. Distance isn't weakness. It's protection. You're not running away. You're refusing to stay where you're not valued. Sometimes the boldest move is to walk away permanently. The moment you cut off toxic people, you make space for those who actually see your worth. And that's the kind of respect you deserve. Confront calmly, not aggressively. Some people will keep disrespecting you until you look them in the eye and address it. But here's the secret. The power isn't in shouting, it's in calm confrontation. Instead of yelling or clapping back, say directly, "I don't like being spoken to that way, don't do it again." That one calm sentence holds more power than 10 minutes of screaming. Why? Because it shows control. It shows you respect yourself enough to call it out, and you expect them to respect you in return. Disrespect thrives when you stay silent or explode in rage, but when you confront calmly, you shut it down without lowering yourself. Choose respect over ego. Here's the final truth. Sometimes the best way to handle disrespect is by not matching their energy. Ego will tempt you to get even, to fight fire with fire. But that only drags you into the mud with them. Respect is choosing to rise above without being walked over, staying calm, staying firm, and refusing to let them control your emotions. That's the ultimate flex. Because the one who keeps their composure is always the strongest person in the room. Respect isn't free. It's an exchange. And every time you respond to disrespect with strength, calmness, and dignity, you teach people exactly how to treat you. You may not control what people say or do, but you always control how you respond. And that's where real respect begins. Which of these 15 ways hit you the hardest? Drop a comment below with the strategy you're going to use first to reclaim your respect. Hit that like button if you got value, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing tips on how to level up your confidence and handle disrespect like a pro. Remember, respect starts with you. Thank you for watching.